Well, hello. Welcome back. We are the third show for today. I think I might be wrong. Anyway, I'm Kenny. I'm going to be the DM for this segment. We are streaming today for Black Girls Code. Uh, all of our donations go to them. We are trying to raise $500. I have no clue where we are right now, but I have designed an intricate uh, series of rewards for if you decide to donate. So please donate and mess with the players. Speaking of the players, I'd like to let everybody introduce themselves. So, Tabi, lead
All
us
right.
in.
Thanks. I'm Tabi, known as Crits and Crochet over on Twitter, and really excited to be here and really looking forward to playing with everyone at this table because everyone is pretty awesome that's here. So, yeah.
Cool. And Tabi, who are you playing today?
Oh, I am playing Riss, aptly named for my best friend, just to taunt her. I am a Tiefling Eldritch Knight.
Awesome. Thank you, Tabi. Maps.
Hi, I'm Mappy McMapface from Maps and Quests. I am today playing Ulminar, the half-elf soul knife rogue, who's also very religious.
Outstanding. Can't wait. Dork.
Hello, I am Dork. Once discarded, now just dastardly. You will find me on Twitter quite often, just being quiet and not there. Sorry, deal with it. I am playing Avery, a barbarian furball.
Awesome. What's their name? I'm sorry, I cut you off. Please keep going.
No, Avery. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right. And last but definitely not least, Hope.
Hey everyone, I am Hope from Hope for TTRPGs. I like to help lift up the TTRPG community, and today I am playing Buttercup, who is basically acting as the group's emotional support rabbit of the peace domain. That's important too.
Awesome. Well, without any further delay, let's get into it. All right. So, you all find yourselves in various places. Whatever you're normally doing during the day. Maybe you're in the middle of a dungeon. Maybe you're resting in a tavern or out camping in the woods. Maybe you are in the middle of a boss fight. Maybe you're trying to haggle down a shopkeeper while one of your friends gets a 5-finger discount. Whatever the case may be, your day is interrupted, each of you, by a thunderous portal opening up and a large construct stepping through. Any of you proficient in either Arcana or Nature can make a roll to see what this is.
Uh, 16
Okay.
modifier.
3.
So
Great
the
start
3
for the start.
definitely does not get it, but the 16 does. This is a Marut. This is an interplanar construct that is designed to carry out the will of Primus. It steps through, one for each of you. It says, new subject found. Acquiring. And they reach out and grab you. You can all choose to resist, or you can go along with it.
I think Riss probably chooses to resist.
Okay. Roll athletics or acrobatics.
We'll go with athletics. Ooh, first crit right off the roll. So that is a 26.
Cool. The Marut twists reality. What would your roll be as a 10?
As a what?
As a 10 on the dice.
As a 10? Sorry?
Yeah, if you rolled a 10 instead of a 20,
Okay.
what would it be?
That would be a 16.
16 is not going to cut it.
Damn.
It grabs you and stuffs you inside of a gigantic compartment in its chest. Something very similar happens to the rest of you. On a roll of a 10, can any of you beat a 20?
Do I have to, or can I just cuddle with him anyway?
Well,
You can go right along with it.
that was my
Cuddles.
question. Cuddles every time.
Can I try to persuade it to not take me?
What would you like to say to the Marut?
Subject for I'm but a simple man of the cloth. And he would have been like in his church when this happened as well. He's like, what do you need me for? You should probably leave me alone. I can't help you with anything that you're probably going to need help with.
Subject file updated. Man of cloth. And he proceeds to grab you and stuffs you in a hole in his chest. And the world goes kind of dark. And then you feel like you're moving. And then you feel vertigo, like you're moving, and then there's waves going a different direction. And then you all appear in the same room, like someone being thrust into a cupboard. You come out of the portal, stumbling into a perfectly square room. All the surfaces around you are lined with copper and gold plates, and they make a subtle metallic clink when walked over. Painted on the walls of this room, in acrylics, is farm scenery, with cornfields, green rolling hills, and a poorly painted blue sky. Strewn across the room are a few different objects, resting on either the ground or podiums. A low hum drifts through the air and is broken a few moments after your arrival. Interrupting the low hum is a booming, all-pervading voice that echoes throughout the room. Welcome, participant party. You have been selected for Adventure Curiosity and Dungeon Construction Experiment number 73 for the Modron Collective. Tests will be administered in a room-by-room format, and you will receive compensation in wealth and new experiences in return for your participation. Please feel free to relax and take in your surroundings. Your time for relaxation is over. First test, exploration, will begin. Let me move you guys to the correct map. We are in the top left, if it's still dark everywhere else for you. As you take a look around, you see on the northeasternmost side of this room, awkwardly sitting on a metal rocking chair, painted to look like wood, is a monodrone wearing a straw hat. He sits completely motionless. In the southwestern corner of the room is a similar, completely motionless Modron wearing a colorful hat. In front of him is a metal table painted to look like wood with 5 items arranged in front of him.
Well, if we're supposed to explore, do we start with the things on the table over there?
Yes,
mean-
that would make the most sense.
Yeah, I agree.
By the way, who are all of you?
Oh, I'm Buttercup.
Hi, Buttercup. I'm Riss.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
I am Avery, and I am pleasure to meet you both.
I'm Ulminar, and may Sadneen bless your travels.
Well, let's travel over to that table then. And she'll start hopping towards the table, hoping that there's no traps or anything underneath her feet.
Riss looks horribly confused, but follows.
This always looks confused, let's be fair.
Subtle dig there.
I know.
All right. So as you approach, the Modron does not seem to react at all to you approaching. Arrayed on the table in front of you is what appears to be these 5 items. In front of them In front of the 5 items, you see metal plates with etchings on them in common of what they are. So on the first one, you see organic fuel, and on the table behind it is a rotten pear. And it says 3 gold pieces. To the right of that, you see red liquid, and behind it, what looks to be a potion of healing. 5 gold pieces. To the right of that, you see axe, and behind it is battle axe. 40 gold pieces. To the right of that, half box, and behind it, a chest with the lid missing. 100 gold pieces. And to the right of that, you see lump. And behind that is just a very large rock. 200 gold pieces. The Modron stands motionless.
Are we supposed to
Um,
buy these
ca-
things from it?
can I check out that healing potion and see if I can tell if it actually is a healing potion? Because for some odd reason, I don't trust that.
Okay. Are you just looking over the table at it, or are you trying to, like, grab it?
I'm trying to like look at it and
Okay.
as best as I can decipher, if you will.
Roll investigation.
Okay. That's gonna be a 10. I know it's a bottle of red liquid.
It is a bottle of red liquid. Hello. Welcome to the shop.
I'm gonna touch the axe and see what happens.
Please
Like,
do
just
not
grab a
handle.
hold of the handle.
Please do not touch. Objects are for sale or barter.
I mean, what are you willing to barter for these things?
All items are open for gold or trade at the listed prices.
Could Buttercup sniff the red potion and see if she can tell if it's a real healing potion or not as well?
Okay, I like that. Go ahead and roll, I'll say investigation as well.
Oh boy. That is a 6.
A 6. You're not sure. Smells like cherry.
I'd like to ask for more information about this axe, if it's just an axe or if there's anything special about it.
Object information is on the card.
I will try and find the card.
It's the metal plate in front of it.
Okay,
says
I'll
axe.
read the plate.
Yeah, it says axe. 40 gold pieces.
So it's just an axe. Okay. Actually, do we have like our weapons and everything that was on us before we
Yes.
got grabbed?
You have all your equipment.
Okay.
My child
you-
says hello. I don't know if you can hear her.
We
That's
can.
what that
It's
is.
amazing.
I thought it was like a part of the soundtrack, and I was like, that's oddly placed, but okay.
Yeah, it's just a Modron screaming in the background. But I would like to offer trade.
Barter, yes. Understood.
Yes, barter. For the rock, specifically, I would offer a flask of holy water.
So you're offering a flask of holy water for what?
The rock. Lump. Sorry.
Lump?
Yes.
Hang on, I gotta look up something real quick.
Oh, the cost difference is immense. Please do not look at that.
I don't know. Hang on.
But it's
Value
the
of-
personal value. Personal value.
Exactly.
Value of
personal value.
flask. 1 gold piece. Value of lump, 200 gold pieces.
Ah, but it's
Please
not the
provide
flask that I'm offering.
Further value.
It's what's
So-
in the flask that matters.
Can Ulminar try and help here a little bit? But you must understand, this is holy water. For many people, this has an immeasurable value beyond just the flask.
See, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Roll a persuasion check.
That will be a 23 with the modifier.
Ooh. Roll me a d12, please.
Need to grab a d12, find the right bag. A 1.
Oh boy. New value of holy water. 2 gold pieces. Please provide additional value.
Pour some oil into it and make it hellfire water.
That could work, yes.
Who would be the tallest one in our party?
Ooh.
Probably Avery.
Probably the Furbolg?
Yeah, probably.
Avery, can you see? Is there anything in the chest?
Can I? From here?
Without even having to lean over, you see that the chest is empty.
Yeah,
and
no, there's
well
nothing.
used.
I mean, it is obviously well used. There is no lid to it, but it does have charm. We should try
Just a
and
quick
get it.
note, we have a d4 to any d20 roll for any of you that you can use whenever.
Oh, yeah.
Carry on.
Well, Riz and Avery, if you're interested in the rock and the battle axe, I mean, we can get those. That way, we can have them for our exploration. And then
I'm okay
Ulminar,
without,
Apologies.
I'm
one
okay
for
without
each
the
of you.
axe. I've got my maul, so I'm good. It's just an axe.
and then Ulminar, were you interested in the what looks to be a very cherry flavored healing potion?
I was.
Alrighty. She'll reach into her backpack and then she will use her tiny little paws to scoop up 200 gold, set it on the lump plate. She'll pick up 5 gold and set it on the healing potion plate.
Transaction complete.
It takes her a while to get the 200 gold out of her backpack.
You like some help?
Yeah.
Oh yes, but there are a lot of carrots in there too, so don't mind those.
I'll start digging through and like pulling out big handfuls for her, ignoring the carrots.
I'm just so shocked this little buddy has so much money.
It's because someone was very nice to us, or well, to me, right before we came into our adventure. Thanks, DM. But there you go. So now we can take those with us to finish our adventure.
Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna smack the Modron in a minute and take what I wanted, but this works too.
Oh, well, that doesn't sound very peaceful.
It's not, but it works.
I like your style.
Buttercup looks over to Ulminar to see how he reacts to the other two.
He's rolling his eyes a little bit, and he's gonna say, "Violence is not always the best way to get what you want."
No, I do agree. Sometimes you gotta threaten, sometimes you gotta bribe, but violence does often work.
He's rubbing the bridge of his nose right now. Oh my.
Are you interested in other items?
No?
I think that's it for us.
Bartering complete. Thank you for your business.
Right now, it's not ready. Do the attack, grab what you want.
Mm-mm. We did our job. Let's see if there's a way out of here or into one of the other rooms that the weird voice in our heads told us about.
Let's talk to the farmer first. And Ulminar's gonna head over and talk to the farmer in his chair.
Still entirely motionless as you approach. The farmer says, "Help, please. My daughter has been kidnapped. My daughter, Maiden Modron, has been kidnapped by evil wizard constructs. Please save her."
Oh, we have to save her. Where is she, or where did they go?
I have limited information. You must ask the right questions.
Who took your daughter?
Evil wizard construct.
You things can
There?
reproduce.
Say again, Avery.
You can reproduce. I thought you were just a chunk of metal.
I have limited information. You must ask the right questions.
Riss crosses her arms at this point and leans against the wall laughing.
Ulminar was going to ask, do you know where the evil wizard constructs are?
At his evil fortress, further in the dungeon adventure.
Right. Are there directions to said evil fortress, or do we just kind of just go find it?
I have limited information. You must ask the right questions.
What are the right questions?
I have limited information.
How often will you say this?
I have limited information. You must
Do we know any of this information?
guess.
Wow. Good.
Are there any doors in this room?
Yes.
While they're all trying to ask these questions, I think I'm just gonna go and try and open the door then.
You find the door. It's not hidden. It is in this perfectly square 30 by 30 foot room. There is one door that seems just kind of indented into the wall, about like a foot. And it very clearly is made of just copper, and there is a seam just right along the floor. You don't really see a handle.
I'm going to attempt to bash the door open with my shoulder.
Okay, make a strength check.
That is a 22.
The door buckles a little bit, and then just with a creak, pops off the hinges and falls into the next room.
Okay, guys, there's a way out here.
Ulminar's going to quietly slide his thieves' tools back into his sleeve of his robe and hope nobody noticed.
Avery is probably stood there screaming, "Why won't you tell me your secrets?
I have limited information.
I don't care. I want to know everything."
As you all walk away from Farmer Modron, a detached voice that is familiar in its sameness to the Modrons echoes through the room. Says, "Congratulations, you have succeeded in the exploration test, and therefore are eligible to participate in the experiment's remaining rooms. Before the next room is made available to you, would you all please verbally rate your experience so far on a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 signifying an unsatisfying experience, and 5 an extremely satisfying experience."
Buttercup thumps her back leg on the floor 5 times.
Oh, that's so cute.
Riss goes 2.
Avery would probably say F.
But you got a lump.
F's good.
Oh,
I'll just say, 4 of 5 stars. Would adventure here again.
Okay. So, responses acknowledged. 5, 2, 6, and 4. Thank you for your feedback. Proceed. You all hear a whirring noise, and you get the sense that the door would be opening right now. But it is no longer attached.
Ooh,
Oops.
I have a thing for this. Potentially. Can I cast Mending on the door to fix it?
You absolutely can.
Yes.
Riss is just gonna look at you strangely, like, okay.
Well, we don't want them to have to fix it themselves. They're not the ones who broke it.
But they're the ones who trapped us here, so
I don't think we're
Natural
trapped. There's a way
consequences?
out. But there is a way out. And just think of the adventures we're gonna have together.
Riss looks like she wants to be annoyed, but you're just so adorable, and instead she can't be. It's like when your child is misbehaving and you want to be mad at them, but they're too cute.
I feel like I get that look from this quite a lot. Again, not the character.
Oh. So, do you all go through the door? Awesome. So as you move through, entering this copper and gold plated room, you all notice an elaborate setup of large cogs, pivots, and spokes on the northern wall. Following its flow from a starting lever to end cog, you will see a small hammer attached to the last gear. Beside the hammer are 2 lanterns of transparent glass that are set into the floor. And within them, small glowing beads no larger than the size of a marble flicker silently like a fireplace, condensed into a small sphere. As you take in the setup, you hear the Overseer once again. This is a puzzle that must be completed to gain access to the next room. When the lever is turned, the cogs will move in succession, and the hammer will shift to one side. If the hammer hits a glass lantern, it will break, and fire will engulf the room, possibly consuming all of you. To avoid this outcome, you may remove one of the 2 vials out of the hammer's path. Only the right one will lead to safety, so choose wisely. However, regardless of whether the fireball is activated or not, the door will still open.
What if we
I am
grab
going
both
to-
vials at once?
Then we would probably be cheating, and I like it. Let's do it.
Well, that might make us a little bit, well, dying in fire. Maybe we should look at it a little bit longer and see if there's a solution.
You guys
Yeah.
can see the handout, right?
Handout.
The gear puzzle handout.
No.
Okay. Let's try this. How about now?
Yes.
Yes, there it is.
So, any of you can choose which direction to turn the lever. Or, sorry, any of you can choose which vial to take or to pull the lever. As everyone stares intently.
No?
This is awkward because it's sideways.
Yep.
Is there anyone who is a little bit taller than I am that's a little bit better eyesight as well that wants to maybe investigate this?
Yeah, I guess I'll try to see if I can figure out any clues based on the ways the gears are moving.
I'll thump my foot as she goes over there, and I will cast guidance. So now Riz can add a d4 to one ability check of their choice.
I think we need to move to left one though.
Do you want me to make any specific roll to look at it?
Yeah, go ahead and roll just a straight intelligence check.
Okay. That is a 21.
Okay, a 21.
That's right? I still add my intelligence modifier or just d20 straight up?
Intelligence modifier 2.
Okay. So yeah, that's 21.
Cool. So looking at this puzzle, you definitely think that the top vial is the one that will be hit if the lever is pulled.
I think the top vial is the one that gets smashed. I don't know if anyone else wants to check my guess and investigation, but
I mean, I agree. I was looking at it sideways, so I thought that was the left one, but yeah, the top one. Definitely is what I would assume is going to be smashed. When in doubt, always go left.
Buttercup, Ulminar, any thoughts?
Sure, let's go with that.
I mean, if we're wrong, it's a fireball. We can be hurt. It's going to be fun.
I'm fire resistant, so Buttercup, I could at least cover you.
Right. Yeah, everyone stand behind Riz. We'll be good.
I'll shield everyone.
Okay. So you're taking the top vial. Okay. And you're pulling the lever. Okay.
I'm shielding Buttercup as it's pulled.
Yep.
So
And I'm
Ulminar is
shielding
going to
them.
suggest that we all stand as far away as possible, just to be safe. And he's going to cast Mage Hand to try and pull the lever, if that can actually pull the lever in this instance.
I mean, sorry, go on.
Yes, that will work. So you're all 30 feet away from the vials on the far end of the room. You pull the lever. And you hear the little hammer go whoosh as it just swings through where the vial used to be. Then you hear a click and a whir as the door opens behind you. Who has the vial right now?
Who would have grabbed it?
I guess I probably would have, since I was doing the inspecting.
Okay. You have a miniature bead of fireball.
Cool.
This creates a 20-foot blast and rolls 2d6 for the damage, but otherwise is identical to a normal fireball bead.
Let me write this down.
So, as you take in your success, before the door opens, you hear, "Before the door is unlocked and the next room made available to you, would you all please verbally rate your experience so far on a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 indicating your experience was satisfying, unsatisfying, and 5 indicating it was extremely satisfying."
3.
Buttercup agrees with the 3 and she'll thump 3 times. That was a little bit anxiety inducing.
Yeah, 3. I'll go 3. I don't know what.
Ulminar's going to go with the 4 again.
Responses registered 3, 3, 3, 4. There's a long pause. Then, please verbally rate your experience so far on a scale of 1 to 4, with 1 indicating your experience was unsatisfying, and 4 indicating it was extremely satisfying. Responses Unclear.
1.
She'll thump 2 times.
Avery's gonna look so puzzled and just go, 5?
Ulminar's going to say 2 at this point.
Thank you for your rating. And the door slides open. Entering this next room. Yeah, you all immediately notice 2 jail cells against the north and eastern walls. 10 feet wide and 15 feet long, these 2 cells have a barrier of golden force that starts half an inch off the ground and leads to the ceiling. In front of each cell is a lever sticking out from the floor. In the northern cell is a single square Modron with 2 eyes, wings, and a distinct blue incandescence about him. He is completely silent, unmoving, and is wearing an outrageous green velvet cap with a perfectly angled peacock feather protruding from its side. And in the eastern cell, 2 Modrons, made from 2 stacked rectangles on top of each other, stand waving at you all. They are silent, and boasting a similar, slight blue hue. Once you enter the room, you hear the voice of the creative director once again. The evil wizard construct has placed a grave quandary within this room. To proceed to the next room, you must make a decision. One of these cages' contents must be destroyed. If a decision is not made, you will remain trapped within this room. To decide, please activate a lever to destroy its cage's contents.
Buttercup is immediately going to step in front of Riz and Avery, show 1 paw to each of them, and be like, "Don't move yet. We need to talk and figure this out first. No one has to die."
Well, I mean, they said they had to. I was just going to rock, paper, scissors, Avery for who gets to pick which one goes.
Avery, you have 2 more D4s.
I do. Okay. Thank you, kind person. So, I mean, yeah, I agree with that. Rock, paper, scissors probably would work best.
Or we could try talking to them first. I thought that was a really great thing that Ulminar did in the first room, and it let us know a lot about our adventure coming up. So why don't we just relax and let's talk to them first and see what their experiences are.
So,
Chris is going to pause, patronizingly pat you on the head, and then go, "Okay, Buttercup," and like step back.
Her ears kind of like full down to make room for your hand, and then they pop right back up.
so Ulminar's going to walk up to the first cell and ask, "Why are you in here? What crime have you committed to be imprisoned?"
The winged Modron continues to wave absently at you.
Talking does not work that well all the time.
Ulminar's just going to try other languages.
Okay.
We got Dwarvish, Elvish, Halfling, Undercommon. I mean, we can run through all of those.
So as you go through all the different languages, there is no reaction whatsoever to you trying to interact verbally with this Modron.
Ulminar's going to try Thieves' Cant.
Still nothing. Ooh, hang on. We have wild magic now for Buttercup.
Ooh. Please
So-
let it be the carrots become alive.
Oh my god, that would be scary.
Oh god, where's my wild magic tables?
Thank you for the wild
No.
magic.
It's a pleasure.
What
I
is
couldn't
your
resist.
class? Please.
Sorry, what?
What is your class?
I am a peace domain cleric.
Awesome. Roll me a D100, please.
Oh boy. Gonna use our big dice for this. Ooh, a 92.
Okay. For the next 24 hours, every time you speak, you must work in the name of your deity in some fashion.
I can do that.
You are compelled to do this.
For DM, I guess I didn't like actually choose like an actual patron because I wasn't sure like what gods or goddesses or whatever would be in this world. So I kind of just in my head I just chose peace, like the virtue. Does that still work? So just
Sure,
referencing like peace.
Yep, I'll give you that. And if you
All
need
right,
a name,
peace.
Thumper will also work.
All right, peace out, Thumper.
So, Ulminar's going to repeat this process with the cage with the 2 in it.
Exact same experience. They are both just stacked on top of each other, waving at you.
You said there's like a gap between the barrier and the floor, right?
Yes, it is about 1 inch off the floor. Yeah.
Are there any loose rocks in this room? Or like little pebbles?
No, it is all copper and gold plates all
Okay.
the way around.
What do I have in my inventory?
I mean, did we not buy a rock?
Well, it's a big one. I was thinking of like something small to throw underneath.
Ah.
Just to see if like anything activates when it goes under.
Is the floor metal plating too?
It is. Go ahead and roll investigation, Ulminar.
The die tries to completely just roll off my desk. All right, that's going to be a 13.
13. You know, you do have a D4 if you wanted to use that.
Yeah, we're going to throw that on there too, just, for kicks and giggles. I'm not sure how much that's actually going to help me in this situation, but we're going to give it a go. That's going to be a 1 on the D4. Fantastic. That's going to give me a 14.
Fortunately, 14 was the DC to find in Thieves' Cant, scratched on the plate in front of, like directly in front of the winged Modron, says illusion ahead, TK. Like TK is the signature in Thieves' Cant.
Okay. So Ulminar is going to relay this information to the rest of the party and what he just found and say, we should probably choose that one.
Well, what if the illusion is that this one is the one that we shouldn't choose? Like, what if it's telling us that that's an illusion trying to get us to choose this one, but really the illusion is that we shouldn't choose this one?
Or what if the illusion is that we shouldn't choose other, or we should...
Hold on,
So-
I have to continue. We have to choose the most peaceful option. It's what Thumper would want us to do. Gotcha, okay.
So Ulminar is going to say, I have an idea. And as an action, he is going to resummon his familiar from its pocket dimension inside the cell where the illusion is and have it just kind of fly towards that Modron and see what happens.
Outstanding. I'll give you inspiration for that. Yeah. It flies right through the Modron. It is an illusion, and it becomes clear as you try to interact physically with it.
Should you
Alright.
check the other one just to be sure?
So he's going to, once pocket dimension out, pocket dimension, and the other one just to check.
Yeah. They are also illusions. Both of them.
I say we simultaneously pull both. There's no one in there.
Can we check, just investigate those, because it says everything in them will be destroyed, not just the people in them, or the Modrons in them, to see if there's anything of value or anything that we maybe could use in either of the cells?
Roll a perception check.
I'll assist if that's okay.
Sure.
I'm so lost, honestly. I'm so confused on this bit.
16 for me.
That is going to be, for me, what's my perception? A 22.
Okay. With a 22, you are positive the room is just a 30 by 30 foot room with steel plates, or sorry, copper and gold plates, and nothing in these rooms except for illusions.
Cool. So it doesn't matter.
It does
And
not.
the owl's going to come land on his on Ulminar's shoulder at this point.
Okay.
So what we doing?
Pull
Make a
both, or do we
choice.
try to leave without pulling either?
We just, if it's illusions. Yeah.
Well, if they are illusions, it's not a soul or a life that we're losing, so I think that's a very peaceful option. But it did ask us to only use the one lever. And it seems like the voice is the one that keeps opening up these doors, so maybe we should just pull the one.
Yeah.
So Ulminar's going to say, you two can play rock, paper, scissors now to decide which lever gets pulled.
Up for it?
Sure. Rock, paper, scissors. Oh, you mean actual?
I mean, actually do it. Come on.
Wow.
You gotta actually do it to figure it out.
Come on then. Rock, paper, scissors. I knew you'd do that. I knew it. You're horrible to me. You swear at me all the time. I'm just gonna pull one. Fuck it. Fuck the game.
Which one do you pull, Avery?
Left.
Left? All right. You pull it. The floor opens up underneath the wall of force. As it opens up, you see gears turning down there and the sound of metal crunching against metal. As this illusion that is programmed to do exactly one thing, just perfectly vertically descends beneath the rotating gears, and the floor closes back up. You hear a click as the door unlocks, and a familiar voice sounds again. Before the next door is opened and the next room made available to you, would you all please verbally rate your experience so far on a scale of 1 to 4, with 1 indicating your experience was unsatisfying, and 5 indicating it was extremely satisfying.
1.
5.
I refuse to ask. I refuse to rate your rooms.
Ulminar's going to say 4, and then the owl's going to hoot 5 times.
Okay. So, as the owl hoots 5 times, you hear responses recorded. 1, 4, 5, 4. And the door opens. As the door opens, you see what appears to be an identical room.
Oh no.
Moving to the next room, you get a moment of deja vu. This new room's contents almost mirror the last. The main difference being that the cells are now against the southern and eastern walls. They also no longer contain Modrons. Instead, they hold 2 small mounds of treasure, locked away half an inch off the ground by a golden barrier of force. Preliminary results from the last room show that the moral dilemma you were facing was not potent enough to produce an accurate result. Therefore, an alteration of the previous room's challenge has been made to better test adventurer's moral code. In addition to unlocking the way to the next room, you may take whatever is not destroyed.
Testing a moral code. But
So, I mean, no life is at risk. Can we just pull a lever and see what happens?
I'm okay with
I'm
that.
looking at Ulminar as I
Given-
say this.
Given the illusions in the last room, maybe we should think something like that might be in place here.
I mean, do any of us care about treasure? Gold? It's worthless in here.
I just kind of want to get out of here.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
I mean,
they did say
You're-
that we could keep whatever treasure we found, and
I mean,
My church, we're building a new annex that would really help us with that.
you're a man of the cloth. Is such treasures really worth much to you? It's not a life.
Not for me, but for my church, absolutely.
I'm sure your church would do wonders without, either way.
Don't they always claim it's for their church?
Yeah, this is what I mean. What about you,
Why don't,
Buttercup?
can your familiar go check and see if either of these are illusions again?
Yeah,
mean-
we can repeat the process and see if they're illusions.
Which room do you check first? South or east?
Actually, let me do an investigation first before I send my familiar in.
Sure,
Can I help with that? Or
you can.
do one as well?
Whichever you prefer.
I'll just help. I'll just
Okay.
get some of my investigation score.
So the help action.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm liking this particular die. That's an 18 on the die for a 21 on investigation.
Okay. There is on one of the plates, notched into it, on the eastern wall, there's a symbol that says evil, TK.
I'm going to relay this information to the rest of the group. Let's, in this case, maybe just pull the lever for the eastern wall, given that the last scrawl on the floor was accurate and helped us.
Sure.
Right, so eastern wall, yeah?
Or maybe it's a warning that if we pull this one, evil arises.
I'm just... Buttercup, do you have any suggestions?
Well, TK seems like a very, very nice person, so maybe, excuse me, maybe we should follow their advice again. I think it's what Thumper would want us to do.
Thumper does seem to... I don't know who Thumper is, to be fair, actually. But I mean, can we really trust this TK? What if, like, their middle name is Perry or something? I've never trusted a Perry.
It could also
think
be
we can-
Peace.
I think
Even
we can
worse.
trust them. My concern is just if they're saying evil, there's no elaboration. If we pull the lever, maybe it's that we release evil, or we pull the lever and evil goes away. There's no real indication as to which it means by the word evil.
I'm
So-
gonna reach out my paws, one to each little cell, and I'm gonna cast Detect Evil and Good.
Okay.
So it's not super specific on like what if it's just evil or good. It really just lets me know if there's any aberrations, celestial elementals, fae, fiends, or undead within 30 feet. But I don't know, maybe that's why they're evil, is one of those guys touched it.
So nothing pings except for Ulminar's familiar, which would be one of Celestial, Fae, or Fiend, just because it's a familiar.
True. Very true. Buttercup's just gonna stare at the owl and just kind of nod her head at it. And then she's gonna look to everyone else and be like, this one I think is up to you guys. Either way, I hope that the outcome is very peaceful.
Just to test, Ulminar's just going to take a coin and flip it into each cell towards the pile in there and just see if anything happens.
I will say without needing to roll, both coins clink into the piles of treasure. They are not illusions. They are real.
Well, since we don't know what exactly evil means, maybe Avery and I can stand near with our weapons drawn and someone pull it, and then that way at least we're prepared in case something comes out?
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, it is a violent option, and some people don't like that apparently, but I like it.
I would suggest it not be Buttercup pull the lever, being the smallest out of us. She might be
So-
the easiest to be dragged in if something comes out.
A voice chimes in from overhead and says, "I have heard it is difficult to sacrifice that which you covet. You now have 30 seconds to decide which cell contents to possess, or both contents will be destroyed."
Right.
so-
What if we just let them
ha,
both
ha,
be
ha.
destroyed?
Yeah. Let's do that.
But we did want to help Ulminar give his alms.
But if
Thumper.
right, if they're asking us to have a moral thing and they're talking about what we covet, we're trying to save the treasure. If we let both treasure go, we're not coveting anything, and they can't really force a moral decision on us that way.
Buttercup just looks to Ulminar. Like, this is your decision. You gotta pull it if you want to.
So, Ulminar, kind of hearing this other conversation happening, he's going to cast Mage Hand, backing up again, and pull the lever on the one that says evil. And as he's pulling the lever, you're going to see just like a shimmering purple dagger appear in his hand.
All right, I've been drawing my maul then as the mage hand goes out too.
Yep, getting weapons ready.
All right. So the floor opens up underneath the eastern wall, or the eastern cell. All of those contents now loudly fall into the gears and are crushed into nothing. And then both walls of forces dissipate as the floor closes back up, and you have access to the southern pile of treasure.
Go for it, Ulminar.
I'm going to investigate this just to make sure nothing is shady about it.
Oh, it's all shady. It's going towards the church.
All right, roll an investigation, please.
That's going to be an 18.
Okay. As you're looking through it, you don't sense anything trapped or anything sketchy. It just looks like a pile of treasure. There is 450 copper pieces, 660 silver pieces, 340 gold pieces, 1 jade worth about 50 gold, a spell scroll of healing word, 2 potions of healing, and a cloak of elven kind.
Those are handy.
Hmm.
I was trying to get the we had 450 copper, 660 silver. How much gold pieces?
340.
Right.
I'm really curious. What was in the other one now?
You'll never know.
That's just mean.
So, would Ulminar recognize that what the spell was on the spell scroll?
I would say, are you showing it to the rest of the party, or are you trying to guess for yourself?
Trying to guess for myself.
Okay. Roll. I would say just a straight wisdom check.
Ooh, that die let me down finally. That's an 8.
You don't know?
Are you just gonna hold it up? Who wants the magic paper?
Buttercup, you would recognize the spell on the scroll.
Oh, that's a healing word spell. It's actually one that I use quite often. It's very nice for peace.
Just gonna hand you the scroll.
Oh, thank you. Peace be with you.
He's also going to hand you the healing potions.
Oh, thank you. Actually, sometimes I found that it's better if people are holding on to the potion. Sometimes it takes too long to spend an action to hand it to someone for them to drink it on their action. Thank you.
What's
But
the
these
best way
actually
we
might
can say this that's not meta?
Would it actually be okay if we gave one to Riss and one to Avery, so that way all three of you have a potion? Because I've got all the healing right here, and my wonderful paws that Thumper have blessed me with.
I mean, I'm happy to take one, definitely, yes.
Take one as well.
What about a healing potion?
Thank you.
So, a few moments after you finish distributing the treasure, you hear a familiar voice. Before the door is unlocked and the next room made available to you, would you all please verbally rate your experience so far on a scale of 1 to 4, with 1 indicating your experience was unsatisfying and 4 indicating it was extremely satisfying.
1.
Four. It was fun to watch the priests sweat.
5.
Ulminar is going to say 4, and the owl is going to hoot 4 times.
Unexpected input detected. Error. And the door unlocks and opens. In the next room, opening the door, you see a familiar square room. Except that there is a bottomless void in the center about 10 feet long and 10 feet wide. Whirling, mashing, and smashing noises can be heard emanating from the void. Dangling over the pit, with his 2 arms cuffed and chained, is Farmer Modron. Wearing his signature straw hat, he sways slowly over the pit, with only his arms and the cuffed chains that lead to the roof supporting him. On a thin walkway that leads to the dangling Farmer Modron is another Modron. This Modron is a single large metal ball with arms and a single eye covered by an eye patch. He's carrying a small baton that flares with shocking electricity. Beside it, dangling from the roof, is a simple metal cord. As Farmer Modron swings back and forth, the eye-patched bandit Modron reaches out and zaps Farmer Modron with the stick, to which Farmer Modron goes, ow, and sways back the other way. In a rhythmic pattern, this eye-patched Modron continues this over and over again, each time with an ow every time Farmer Modron is zapped.
Riss is gonna look
no.
in the room and go, guys, let's just see where this is going. Very amused by what's happening.
After a moment, Bandit Modron goes, "You will never stop, evil wizard construct. He will continue his reign of evil. He controls this place, and he will soon control you too." Are you all entering the room?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to need initiative rolls from everybody. And I'm going to need you to place your tokens somewhere in this room.
That is a 25 for me.
All right, so 25 for Riss.
Hate your dice.
I also took the alert feat instead of the ability score modifier, so I have
I
a
know.
+7 to my initiative.
Ooh.
Well, Buttercup got a unnatural 20.
Oh, so did Avery.
Oh.
Ulminar got an 8. That dice going in dice jail now.
I know. I love Buttercup too.
All right, so
Right.
20 natural 20s for what? What's the final number?
No, unnatural 20 for me.
Yeah.
So a dirty 20.
20 and 20. All right. So Avery, Buttercup. And Ulminar bringing up the end. All right, the door slams shut behind you as the bandit Modron reaches over and pulls on the chain. However, we did have someone buy a malfunction. Reese, roll a d12 for me, please.
That is a 3.
A 3. So, I need everyone currently at the entrance to make a dexterity saving throw. As a piston from the ceiling slams down onto the tile you are all standing on.
15.
Okay.
Right.
Also a 15.
21.
11.
Okay. Buttercup, you take 12 bludgeoning damage as you don't quite make it out of the way. Everyone else, you manage to scramble off of the tile before the piston slams down on top of you. And now, as he pulls the lever, the ceiling above the bandit Modron opens up. And at first you see nothing there, and then a cube slides out of the perfect 5 or 10 by 10 hole in the ceiling and plops down directly onto bandit Modron. And he begins to float up inside the cube, and you watch as his eye patch slowly starts to dissolve. So, Reese, you're up first.
Is there any way into the cage?
So the 10 by 10 pit has Farmer Modron suspended above it.
Is he within reach?
No, he is about 10 feet in the air.
Okay. And the bandit is now in a gelatinous cube blocking the door.
Yes.
I've never fought a gelatinous cube before. I have no idea what works against it.
That's good.
You seriously never fought a gelatinous cube?
I have not.
Okay. I'm so excited.
So I'm gonna run over to here. I don't trust hitting it with my weapon because I don't know if the gelatinous cube would consume my weapon. So how do I get spells again? There we go. I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost on it.
Okay.
So it's a ranged spell attack. That is 18.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. And 1d8 damage. Where's my d8? There we go. And that is 7 cold damage. And its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Oh, nice. Okay. So, is there anything else on your turn?
That'll be it.
Okay. Avery, you're up.
So obviously bonus action rage. Because the amount of puzzles that we have had to go through to get to this point, and finally we get a fight, Avery is not happy. However, that also means Avery has to roll on a magic search table. Which I'm just finding it again. Which is a 4. So, whilst raging, the magic infuses my weapon, which is a great axe right now. Shit. And it changes my weapon's damage to force. It gains the light and throwing properties with a normal range of 20 feet, long range of 60, blah blah blah. If I throw it, it reappears in my hand. So Avery is going to instantly throw their great axe at the creature, the cube of jelly. And that is a... what is that to hit? 22.
Yeah, 22 definitely hits.
And that is 12 points of force damage now. And again, the axe will just reappear back in their hand. They're
Okay.
having their full moment.
So the axe starts to sink into the cube and then pop is right back to you.
And with that, Avery will run slightly closer, just to sort of entice it to go for them instead of Buttercup. And
Okay.
that is my turn.
All right. That brings us to Buttercup.
Alrighty, Buttercup is gonna reach one paw out towards Avery and one paw out towards Reese, and she is going to use her feature of Emboldening Bond. And so now we have a magical bond, which is just gonna feel like friendship. And they both get a D4 that you can add to attack rolls, ability checks, or a saving throw. And that lasts for 10 minutes, so if you want to save it, you can. That's totally fine. But that's my action. And so that's just a feature. So then for my action, my bonus action, would I still be allowed to cast a level 1 spell? That's a bonus action.
Sure, all out.
Alrighty. And then I'm actually going to cast Sanctuary on Farmer Modron.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
So that means that if it gets aimed with an attack, the creature who's attacking it will have to make a wisdom saving throw. And then hopefully that attack will have to get targeted onto someone else. And that will be all for my turn.
Okay. So, that brings us to the gelatinous cube's turn. It is 10 feet slower. So the only person that it can get to is Reese. So, it is going to make one pseudopod attack on Reese. Does a 15 hit you?
15 does hit.
Okay. So you take 13 acid damage. And then it is also going to make a ranged attack on let's say Buttercup. Does a 6 hit you?
No, it does not. I actually have an
Okay.
insanely high AC.
Cool. Let's see. Makes 2. Oh, it gets one more ranged attack. Try again. Does a 17 hit you?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay. So you take. Oh, no, just 5 piercing damage.
Okay. I am one squashed bunny, but I'm still standing.
Okay. And that's it for the cube. Ulminar, you're up.
All right. So that like shimmering purple blade that you saw before, you're going to see appear in his hand again, and he's going to hurl it at the gelatinous cube.
Okay.
And yeah, somebody's within 5 feet. I get sneak attack. Yay! If I hit. Does a 19 hit?
It absolutely does.
Get all my fun D6s here. We're only level 4, so it's not as many. But so that will be 13 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And bonus action, you're going to see in his other hand another of those blades appear and throw at the gelatinous cube as well.
Right.
That one's not as good though. Does a 9 hit?
It does.
Oh, hey. And so that will be 4 points of psychic damage with that one.
Oh, well. Yeah, the cube takes it.
Those blades just disappear as soon as they hit.
Sure. All right. Cycling back around. Tabi, you've been voting 1 every time, right?
Nope. I've had a 1, I've had a 5, I've had a 3.
Who voted 1 coming into this room, though?
Oh, that was
Definitely
me.
Buttercup. It was definitely, pretty sure it was Reese.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it was
Coming into
Avery,
this
too,
room
for
was a
that
1.
matter, right?
Sorry?
Pretty sure it was Avery, too, right?
What did I vote? Is that what
You
you're
voted a
asking?
1 coming into this room?
No, I voted high
Did
because
you?
I like the fact that it was making.
That's right,
the
yeah, you did.
priest sweat.
No, it was just the 2 of you. So, Reese and Buttercup, you feel reality kind of shift around you. Your rolls are 10 for this round.
Okay.
You have to roll a d20. The result is 10.
Okay.
All right. So, Reese, you're up.
Okay. So given that this creature here is taking up 4 squares on the screen, can I move here and it's still technically like not provoke an attack of opportunity?
That's correct.
Okay. So I'm going to move 1 step away because I don't want to get squished against the wall with a gelatinous cube. And I'm going to cast. What can I cast here? I'm going to throw an ice knife at it. So that needs a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. Okay. Hang on. Let's see what the dex is.
Oh, and I have to do a ranged spell attack first too, which you said is 10, so that's a 14.
Okay. So 14 does hit.
Okay.
Even at disadvantage because it's still 10. And dex save is an 18 on the die, -5 for a 13.
So it makes the dex save, but it does take
Really?
it does take 5 piercing damage from the original ice knife.
Okay. I can't believe that just happened.
The gelatinous cube made its dex save.
Made its dex save. I've
That thing
actually
is
never
light
seen
on its
that happen.
feet.
Yeah. The cube just kind of opens up around the ice knife and it just hits the door behind it.
Okay.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Wait, so sorry. So it didn't take the original piercing damage either?
Sorry, no, it took the piercing damage, it didn't
Okay.
take the explosion.
So the exploding shards went out from it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, that's my turn.
Avery.
Yes. Avery will once again throw their great axe at the creature because they can right now. What is my maths? Sorry. Got distracted for a second by someone's ringtone. What is 16 plus 6? 22. Yes.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
I know, I'm trying to find the right dice. 6 plus 4. 10 points of force damage. The axe will come straight back to them, and as a bonus action, whilst raging, they will use Hidden Step and turn invisible.
Ooh, okay.
And then whilst invisible, they are going to run up behind the creature.
Okay. So, I believe that takes us to Buttercup.
How is Reese looking? Like, does it look like you're like ready to go down? Does it look like you're still holding your own a little bit?
I'm still holding my own a little bit.
Alrighty. For this turn, Buttercup is actually going to heal herself. So I'm gonna use Cure Wounds on myself. Alrighty. So I get a little bit of healing back, and that will be my entire turn. I'm just gonna heal myself and keep that sanctuary up.
All right. Which brings us back to the cube. It's going to make sure I'm doing this right. So it's going to take 2 of its ranged attacks. It's been getting just. It did not like the hit it took from that dagger, so it's gonna. Does a 20 hit?
Absolutely.
Okay. So you will take 6 piercing. It's going to launch another spear at you. Does a 13 hit?
On the nose.
Ooh. 4 piercing. And the cube is going to try to engulf the invisible Avery. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
That did not work. Dexterity saving throw. I get advantage on those, so both are really not that great. 16, but I'm going to use a D4 because I
Okay.
think I've got a few still. Well,
Yeah, you do.
that is 19
Okay.
total.
Yeah. So instead of getting engulfed by the cube, you are simply pushed backwards as the cube moves back up. So, that is the cube's turn. You're noticing Bandit Modron inside the cube is looking worse and worse. Farmer Modron continues to sway in the air. Ulminar.
All right, wash, rinse, repeat. Psychic blades again.
Okay.
Does a what am I rolling this? 14. 14 hits.
Yep.
All right, and somebody is within 5 feet, so I get sneak attack. $16 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And one more time. Does a 10 hit?
It does.
How did I lose my D4? What the heck? For 4 points of psychic damage on that one.
Okay. The cube is starting to look like it's having a hard time staying congealed. It's like leaving behind bits and pieces of it as it moves around. I think it's on its last blob, so to speak. Coming back around to the top of the round. Reese, you're up.
Do I still only have a 10 on the rolls?
No, you're back to normal.
Okay. I am going to stay where I am and cast Firebolt.
Okay.
That is an 18.
Definitely hits.
All right. And 1d10 fire damage. That is 9 fire damage.
All right.
And it says if it's a flammable, I don't know if they're flammable, but if their gelatinous stuff is flammable, it catches on fire.
It is not. I thought for a half a second about making it flammable just cuz, but no, it's not. Okay, that's your turn?
Yes, that's my turn.
All right. Avery, you're up.
So the bandit Modron inside, you said is taking damage bit by bit.
Yes.
Is there any way of reaching in and trying to pull it free?
You absolutely can. It will be a strength check if you would like to try.
Yes, definitely. And 22.
Yeah, that definitely does it. You yank Bandit Modron out.
And
There are clear signs of weathering away of the metal plates on the Modron. Everything not made of metal is gone, right? So the eye patch completely destroyed. Bandit Modron is still grasping the shock rod as well.
does that count as an action, or can I?
That was an action,
improvise?
yes.
Yeah. The shock rod in question, does it just shock anything it touches?
It does look that way.
So as a stretch for a bonus action, can I just turn it so the stick hits the thing?
Hits the gelatinous cube.
Yeah. I doubt it will do any damage, but if it counts as an attack, I don't lose my rage.
All right, I'll allow it. Go ahead and make a disadvantage attack roll.
Disadvantage. Either of those were 3, so that's not a hit. Because I don't have anything to plus to that either way.
So what did you roll?
A 3.
A 3? That definitely doesn't hit.
But it counts as an attack still, yes?
It does, yes.
So I don't lose my rage, I'm happy.
Okay. And Buttercup. Oh,
So
sorry, go ahead.
whilst holding it, can I lead it away?
Yeah, you can drag it half your speed because it is a medium-sized creature. So
Yeah, what is
about
my
there.
speed? Yeah, 15. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
That is
I
going to
am-
trigger an
Yeah, I am
opportunity attack.
visible. Exactly.
Does an 11 hit you?
It does not.
Okay. All right. Is that your turn?
Sorry, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, Buttercup, you're up.
Has anybody else taken damage besides Reese and I? Okay, you have. All right.
Yep.
Sorry, as the
Smack me
party
around a bit.
healer, as the party healer, I should be like really better at remembering this kind of stuff, but I start reading my character sheet and I forget. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to bunny run over to Ulminar, and then I'm gonna like gently kind of do like the bunny thing where like they kind of like run up against a wall and then use them to propel themselves forward. And then I'm gonna keep running over towards Reese, and both of you will get. Oh, that's awesome! So that so the feature that I'm doing is the Balm of Peace, and so I can use 2 creatures where I get to heal them, and I have 2d6 plus 4. Both d6s both rolled a 6, so that is 12 plus 4 is 16 points of healing.
Oh, I
Each of
can't
us?
even take 16 points of healing. I was only down 10.
That was just really good rolls from my
Yeah.
d6.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
So, is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, actually, wait, how many feet was that? 5, 10? Boop. I'm gonna run back.
Okay. And it has already used its reaction on Avery. It does not attack you.
And I
So-
actually don't provoke any opportunity attacks either.
Well, then it wouldn't have either anyway. So, good deal.
Yay, peace domain.
Yeah. All
Just
right.
a smidge broken. Just a smidge.
Just a bit.
Yeah.
All right. So, 2 ranged attacks on one on Avery, Avery, and one on Ulminar. Avery, does a 13 hit you?
It does not.
Ulminar, does a 21 hit you?
Yes, it does.
All right, you take 2 piercing damage. All right. Cube is not close enough, actually. Can't do that. So 1, 2, He's going to try to engulf Reese. So I need a dex saving throw.
Whew. That is a 21.
Yeah, so you just get pushed instead of engulfed. Bandit Modron stands up and tries to zap Avery. Does an 18 hit you?
Being saved.
It does.
All right, you take 6 lightning damage.
Yep.
As it zaps you.
Right.
Oddly enough, it starts to say the exact same text that it did when you first entered the room. In exactly the same order. You will never stop, evil wizard construct. He will continue his reign of evil. And on repeat. You suspect that he may have been still saying it inside of the gelatinous cube, but you couldn't hear it because it was a cube.
Yep.
All right, Ulminar, you're up.
All right. So I'm going to hurl more psychic blades because that's what I do.
Okay.
First one going at the gelatinous cube. And 18 hits.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, not as good a damage roll on that one. That is going to be 8 points of psychic damage.
Oh, wow, that was low.
Yeah, that was real low. Got some ones on those sneak attack die on that one.
I'm doing the head math. I'm like, nope, that was real bad.
That was a real bad damage roll. All right, and because that one just we saved it and it tried to zap it, I'm gonna throw the second psychic blade at the Modron.
Sure.
Does a 11 hit?
It does not. Okay. Is that it for your turn?
That is it for my turn.
Okay. Circling back to the top of the round, Reese, you're up.
All right. Does it still look like it's not doing very well?
It looks like it is in the single digits.
Okay, so I'm just going to give it a whirl and attack with my maul, and hope that this works.
Okay.
That is a giant nope. That is a 2 on the dice for 8.
8 hits.
Okay.
8 just hits. That is its armor class.
Interesting. All right, so 9 plus 4, that is 13.
With one last hit, your maul explodes the gelatinous cube into little globlets of goo that quickly evaporate into nothing. It's gone.
Nice.
The thing's still attacking us, though, isn't it? The little.
True.
bandit.
So I'm gonna wrap up my turn by taking my move then.
Okay.
5, 10, 15. I'm gonna bring myself right up next to Bandit, Modron, and
Gotcha.
also strategically put myself directly between it and Buttercup.
Gotcha. Yeah. Avery, you're up.
Right, so
This
that's thing-
Modron is not looking great,
Yeah, no.
for the record. It's
As it stands there, it's just going to be one big swing downwards at the center of its face, the eye, where the patch was, and see what we can do. Natural 20.
yeah. Go ahead. What's the damage? It's done for. There's no way you don't kill it right now, but let's hear what you do to it.
12 on the d12 plus 4, so that's 28, 32.
Yeah. So even if it had been at full health, you did enough damage to wipe it out. Just scattering pieces of metal and corroded bits everywhere. Bandit Modron is destroyed.
Yeah, that's a bit of overkill. But as I bring my axe down and try to split this in half, is it just all metal or is there something inside?
Well, as you destroy it, a bag falls out of like a compartment inside of it. Other than that, it is all metal, and the electric rod also falls down as well.
See, I think I was right earlier. I don't think these things do reproduce. Although it did have a bit of a sack on it. I will pick up the sack to see what is there. And
Riss is tempted to use the rod to hit the chain again, just to hear the very, ow.
Would you like to?
It amused her greatly.
I mean, if you don't, I will.
So as
Say
you zap
sure he is
Farmer
still
Modron,
active.
It doesn't actually.
ow.
Well, before
Ow.
he takes an ow, wouldn't it need a wisdom check or a wisdom? Is a wisdom
Ooh.
check or wisdom save?
Technically, yes.
Oh, yes.
Let me pull it up. Yeah, so I need a wisdom saving throw.
From who?
From
Whoever's
Whoever's
attacking.
hurting him.
Oh, I'm not. I just said tempted.
Go for it, Avery.
Oh, sure. Go on then. Straight throat. That is. Oh, that is beautiful. That is a 2.
Alright, then the creature must choose a new target or lose the attacker's spell.
So I have to choose a new target?
Yep, the creature who's making the attack must choose
Yeah.
a new target or lose the attacks or spell.
Avis. I am just gonna very happily prod you right now. With the stick. Don't take that long. I mean, take that long as much as you want as well, because I'm here for flirts, but yeah, electric shock on this.
Okay. So, we are actually a little bit late on our first break that I was wanting to take. So, if you guys are all right, let's tap out for about 5 minutes.
And if
In.
we can, while we're taking our break, we're just gonna imagine that Buttercup is just going off on this huge speech to both of you about why we shouldn't be hurting friends and it's not the peaceful thing to do. And she will just keep lecturing the full 5 minutes that we're on break.
Okay.
And Ulminar's going to be standing behind Buttercup, just with the disapproving dad glare.
This
Much
looks
to
like she
everybody's
was having complete
distaste.
fun about it and would have done the same thing back to Avery.
Yeah, exactly. But if we're getting a lecture, everyone is going to hate me in the chat right now. But you are going to get prodded. Buddy or not, you are getting the electric stick. And it's
all right,
out
Joe.
of love.
We'll be back in 5-ish minutes.
Good.
Let's go over this together. So we have peace. And it's really easy to remember because it's on your hand. There's one finger for each letter. So we have P for playing nice with each other. E to eagerly help those that are around us. A, so that way we act nice. C for caring. And E, now really listen, E is for ethics. You have to be thinking about the world around you. And ethics is really important. So we have play nice, eagerly help, act nice, care, and ethics. Really focus on the E. All right, so is that sticking? Does that help?
It does.
Sure.
Good. I think we're ready for the next challenge.
As soon
Avery's
as
just gonna-
Buttercup turns away, I punch Avery.
And Avery prods you with the electric stick again.
Ulminar continues just glaring disapprovingly.
I don't know if y'all are watching the Twitch chat, but they absolutely loved that. Well
Yes.
done. All right. So, somewhere in the middle of Buttercup's rant. As he is still swinging from a chain from the ceiling, Farmer Modron goes, "Please, adventurers, Maiden Modron is within the next room. Please help."
Can we set
This is
Farmer
where we-
Modron free?
Would
Oh,
you like to?
yes.
Yeah.
While
Okay.
Ulminar's looking for a way to set him free, I push him like he's on the swing.
As you do this, he goes, "We."
And I prod him. Someone really should take this stick off me because I will prod everybody.
For the record, the stick has a non-damaging setting, right?
Oh
So
yeah.
it is a strength-based attack that does a d6 of lightning damage, or sorry, a d6 plus 1 lightning damage.
Oh,
Or you can just set it to shock, and it
Yeah.
doesn't do any damage. What was happening with Farmer Modron? So you just get ow every time.
yeah. I
he-
think it could just be set to shock.
All right, now Reese, you're doing great. You have the P for play nice, but Avery, we still have to focus on that a little bit more.
So how would you guys like to free Farmer Modron? Because he is currently suspended over a large pit.
Can I throw the as he's swinging, like just as he's swinging in, just throw the battle axe up at the chain?
Sure.
Oh, but he's gonna fall.
Well, someone better hope to catch.
Ooh, so the pit is 10 feet across. How high is he swinging up?
About 10, 15 feet is just out of like arm's length.
That is a natural 20 on the throw.
Okay. So you definitely that chain's gone, right? With a nat 20, I'll say you even managed to like close shave break the handcuffs even, right?
Right.
So at this point, Farmer Modron was swinging. So he's going to be coming slightly towards the edge of the pit, but he's still going to fall into the pit. Somebody would have to catch him. You hear him
Buttercup.
go, ah.
Buttercup's gonna jump and try to like push him out so he doesn't fall straight down.
Okay.
Epic bunny leap.
Yeah, go ahead. Acrobatics check to leap and
Acrobatics.
catch him.
Okay. Alrighty, dice, don't fail me now. Ooh, that is what number is that? 21.
21? Yeah, absolutely. You, like a bullet, just launch right across the pit right as he's getting to that point and catch Farmer Modron and tumble over on the other side. Farmer Modron goes, "Thank you, adventurer. Please save my daughter."
Oh, well, we'll do our best. Maybe you could even come with us and help.
Farmer Modron presents you a bag, and on the bag it says, just kind of woven into it, bag of coins. It says, "Here is a reward." And inside the bag is 60 gold pieces, and that's all.
Did we learn what was in the bag from the other Modron?
You did not.
Can I check what's in there?
You pick it up, and on it is engraved "Bag of Coins," and inside is 60 gold pieces.
Right. Good to know.
The rod is called the Rod of Zapping, by the way.
Aptly named.
Yeah. All right. So, Farmer Modron is not accompanying you to the next room. What do you do?
The door hasn't opened on its own.
Has not.
Riss is gonna ram it again.
Okay. Roll a strength check.
That is a 21.
Oh, yeah. So, door pops off the hinges and just falls flat inside the other room. Wait. Nope, that's not what I wanted to have. There we go. So, inside this room, you see, dangling upside down from the ceiling, a Modron with a sunflower glued to its forehead. This is Maiden Modron. Entering, you see an elongated version of the square rooms from before. This room's interior, however, has many floor plates stripped away to reveal black void pits similar to the one from the previous room. The sound of frantic whirling machinery can be heard bellowing out from below. At the opposite end of this rectangular room is a single, large, floating cylinder of pure black. Outstretched from it are 4 mechanical arms that slowly wax and wane in a rhythmic fashion. You are observing evil wizard construct. On one of the islands, you see hovering over it is Maiden Modron. You hear her go, "Please help me, adventurers." And evil wizard construct says, "You have all fallen into my trap. You will never stop my villainous plans."
As we leave this room, I'm gonna holler, "What? No stupid ratings this time?"
There is no comment.
As we're going into this room,
Yeah.
and everyone's maybe a little distracted, I want to see if I can take the zap stick off of Avery like you'd sneak a toy away from a child who's being naughty with it.
Sleight of hand, please. Avery, perception roll.
Avery is holding that thing tight.
If you haven't let it go, ooh. Okay, if you're holding on to it tight, it's going to be like an opposed like strength or athletics check.
Oh no, that's better.
And Buttercup will probably be able to hear as you both wrestle over the stick.
I was gonna say, can I cast guidance to give an extra D4 to Ulminar?
Sure. I guess. Why not?
So are we doing a opposed athletics strength? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Or am I doing
athletics
sleight of
check.
hand?
Because
I got a
if he's
natural
still
20.
holding on to it.
Okay, so I rolled a 17 on the die. -1 is 16. I'm going to do a couple of things here. I'm going to roll the D4 from guidance.
Okay.
Which is apparently going to try and fall off my desk. So that's going to be another. It's falling off my desk again. Forget that D4. New one.
Oh, that's gonna
Just
hurt
wants
later.
to be free. We also have a malfunction renewal. So
Nice.
Who does the malfunction
18,
affect?
And I'm also going to use my psi-bolstered knack to add another D6 to this.
Okay.
No.
Which is 6. So 17 -1 is 16, +2 is 18, +6 is 24.
Okay. Avery.
I did say I got a natural 20. With a +6 is 26, and I rolled a D4 just to be safe. I got 29.
So Avery does hold on to the zap stick. But you both look really awesome wrestling for it.
I mean, at this point, Avery doesn't even realize you do it. It's just like someone's tugging on their arm, and they will just turn to you and say, "Oh, there you go, give it." They didn't care for it.
Ulminar, roll me a d12, please. And Avery, I believe that was your last d4. If I'm not mistaken.
It was.
All right, I got an 8 on the D12, and once I have this, I'm just going to hand that over to Buttercup and say for safekeeping.
I have other body sticks, and he's just going to hold up his battle axe.
Okay.
I'm going to say, right, but you're not misbehaving as much with that. You haven't lost battle axe privileges yet.
You're tempting fate, though.
Okay, so you said an 8. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh. That's an 18 for Buttercup.
15 for Riss.
16.
I forgot how math worked.
I'm sorry.
22 for
This is
Ulminar.
the wrong game for that to happen.
22.
So, all right. You all succeed as you hear machinery break in that pit behind you, and the sound of something metal shooting like a spring out of the pit and ricocheting around the room. You all dodge some shrapnel flying in your direction. There are now bits and pieces of sharp metal lying about this room and the one before it. All right. Technically, I guess Evil Wizard Construct and Maiden Modron would have to roll too. Maiden Modron at disadvantage. Maiden Modron takes some damage from shrapnel. And Evil Wizard Construct also takes some damage. 1 damage. Okay. So, not a lot. All right. So that happened. All right. We're just going to use... Well, no. Yeah, we're going to use the same initiative rolls as before. Sorry, Ulminar. As you all enter the new room, you hear the door attempt to close, but it is no longer on the hinges, and so you still have access to the previous room. You see, at the other end of this room, Evil Wizard Construct is preparing to fight you. And Maiden Modron is upside down, swinging back and forth. About every 6 seconds, she says, "Help me, adventurers," over and over again. Reese, what would you like to do?
I think I'd like to, if it's feasible, jump to here and jump to here.
Okay, that is a short jump. You're allowed to do that without any checks.
Okay. And then do I want to whip a spell at him, or do I want to just wait and get closer? Yeah, you know what? I'll shoot a firebolt across at Evil Wizard Construct.
Okay,
That is a 15.
okay. A shield goes up. The firebolt bounces off of it.
Okay. That will be my turn.
Okay. Next up, we have Avery.
Yeah. Avery's going to attempt to do the same jump.
So, just jumping from there into the other side does not require a check.
Right. How much movement does it take to sort of do that?
Normal movement, right? So you've gone...
5, 10, 15,
So it's a
20.
10-foot jump and then a 10-foot jump. So to go
Yeah.
from...
So I can
Yeah.
get there. Yeah.
There you go.
As they do this, they are reaching into their bag and... Oh no, not in the bag, on their back. Pulling off a javelin and throwing it towards the evil construct.
Okay.
Javelin. 6. 17 to hit?
17. It bounces off of the shield.
Yeah. For a bonus action, they are not going to do anything.
Okay. Let's see. Next up is Buttercup.
I am going to 5. Well, that'd be 5, 10, 15, 25. Yeah, so I'm gonna, since I'm a rabbit, I'm just gonna be super cool and I'm gonna jump all the way across using my movement. And then I'm gonna give both of them the same emboldening bond from before. So that way they each get another d4 to use on an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Okay. And we have a wild magic surge for Ulminar. So that is barbarian, correct? No, sorry. Ulminar is rogue. Roll me a D100, please. I've got my characters
Alright.
mixed up.
I actually don't have my D100 handy, so I'm gonna roll it over here.
I trust you.
It was the barbarian that sent it.
Oh, I see.
That is a 77.
77. All right. All right. For the next day, all of your skills that you are proficient with, you also have expertise in.
Nice.
Ooh.
So you have expertise in everything that you're proficient in for the rest of the adventure.
Very nice wild magic.
I like that wild magic. That's fun wild magic.
Yeah.
Wild magic tables, these are pretty great.
I can't send anymore.
All right. Okay. Buttercup, are you done?
Yes.
Okay. So, Evil Wizard Construct is now going to cast a spell. Anyone? Nobody's damaged him yet. So, Reese,
Yes.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh shit. Wisdom's my worst stat.
Looking for
You
a
do have a
13.
D4 though.
I do, and I'm not sure how much it's gonna help me, but I'm gonna use it anyway. That is a 10.
Okay, that is a fail. Is that with the D4?
That's with the D4.
Oh boy. All right. You have been mind spiked. You are going to take 3d8 damage. Jesus. Okay. 21 psychic damage to you.
Mother of God.
Thumper, help us.
The evil wizard construct goes ha 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 ha, and that is its turn.
Can Riss make a verbal response?
Yes.
She definitely goes back. I'll show you. Ha 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 ha.
It just continues on ha 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 ha. Okay, Ulminar, you are up.
All right. Tossing more psychic blades. Let's see. Can I actually see him from there? Do I have line of sight to him?
Yeah.
Okay. So I am going to use steady aim for this one
Okay.
to
Oh,
give
nice.
myself
I got you.
advantage.
Yeah. Which gives you sneak attack
Yes. If I hit.
if you hit.
You know, if he doesn't throw up a shield.
Well, you know.
All right, that's going to be a 23 to hit.
Yeah. That hits.
Hey, no shield. Fantastic.
He does throw up a shield. It doesn't help.
Ah, yes. That's a better damage roll. It's 14 points of psychic damage.
Ooh,
And that will
okay.
end my turn.
Okay. As it hits, you see Evil Wizard Construct's entire body seem to like shudder and glitch out for a second. Looks like psychic damage seems to be particularly effective.
To know.
And as he comes back to, he goes, "Ow." All right. Is that your turn?
It ends my turn. I
Okay.
use steady aim. I can't do anything else on my turn.
That's right. That's right. That's a bonus action. All right. So, cycling back to the top of the round, Reese.
So Reese doesn't even care about destroying this thing anymore. She just wants to keep hitting these things to hear the monotone ow over and over again. Okay. They're blocking that path. So can I jump to here and then jump to here to move around?
You can move through an ally's space. You cannot end your space there.
Okay, perfect.
So they do not count as difficult terrain.
30.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move
Honestly, I'm a
here.
small creature, so you can just step over me.
That's true.
Right.
Okay.
A
I'm just
literal
like, excuse me,
bunny.
sorry, Buttercup. And then since Avery's so tall, so I crawl underneath his legs. Pardon me, coming through. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna. Can I reach with that? No, not that one. I'm gonna cast Ice Knife
Okay.
at him. Let's hope my attack is better this time.
Okay.
Oh, much better. That is a 19 to hit.
Okay. A shield goes up, and it doesn't help.
Doesn't help. All right. So that is 3 piercing damage, and then he needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
I apologize. My dogs are losing their mind at something, or they were. They listened. They stopped barking. I'm so happy. That never happens. All right. Sorry. Ice Knife, and then dex save. No. The roll was no.
Okay. That is an additional 2 points of cold damage.
Okay. You all watch as the ice knife travels directly through evil wizard constructs, and then as the shrapnel also travels directly through evil wizard construct.
It seemed to hurt him as it travels through.
He does not respond.
Interesting. Okay. That will be my turn
And
then.
then- Ow. All right. Avery.
Yeah, so Avery is going to bonus action rage again. Trying to find my D8. There we go. So as they rage, you see a 7. As they enter a rage, flowers and vines begin to grow wherever they stand,
Oh, nice.
and anything
That's really interesting in this arena.
anything that is a enemy or seen as a foe takes difficult terrain for 50 feet around Avery. As they start running forward, can they jump to this one and then jump across?
And what do you do?
As they land, they are just going to bring their battle axe down straight onto the construct.
Oh, you landed there. Roll me a
yeah.
d12, please.
Oh,
As you trigger.
D12.
Crap.
That is a 3.
A 3?
Yes.
A piston from the roof crashes down. I need a dex save, please.
Do I see this as it happens?
Yes,
Ah, good. That gives me advantage.
it does.
18 or 8. So 30, 20.
You dive out of the way of the piston from the ceiling, slamming into the tile that you landed on, and you felt a little click as you landed on it. You are now directly next to Evil Wizard Construct, and you're taking a swing. Go ahead.
Yep, so to hit, that is a 23.
Yeah, for sure.
Would an 18 hit instead?
An 18, you said?
Yeah,
18, you bounce off of the shield.
right. Good to know. Yeah, their attack misses then, and that is their turn. Just for clarification, I was using Great Weapon Master to take 5 and add 10 damage. But yeah.
All right, so that's a miss. Buttercup, you're up.
Alrighty. Since Reese took a ton of damage earlier, I am actually going to just enjoy the flowers and the greenery that sprouted up, and I am going to cast Prayer of Healing, so that way everybody can get. Gotta roll it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points of healing.
Thank you. That wasn't right. Accidentally typed in 4,045 HP.
Ooh, I would love that. That's a
Right?
really effective prayer. And that will be my turn.
Okay. Apologies, my child is very excited for this scene. Next up, we have Evil Wizard Construct is going to glitch out some more as it's taken quite a bit of psychic damage. And then it is going to... It is going to point at Avery and say, jump. I need a wisdom saving throw.
And I believe Avery still has a D4 as well from
Oh yeah, they do.
our bond.
That's
Okay, that's right, yeah.
I could have used that earlier. Shit. 19 plus, what was it, wisdom?
Wisdom, yes.
Plus 3 from the D4, 22, yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. You feel the urge to either jump up and down on the pressure plate or dive off the edge. But you fight it off, and you are fine. That is Evil Wizard Construct's turn. As it goes, the sum of our battle will be your doom. And Ulminar, you are up.
All right, I'm going to use steady aim again.
Yep.
I'm crit fishing at this point in time. I'm going to be honest. 19.
Yeah. Shield
Okay.
goes up, doesn't matter.
$14 points of psychic damage.
Yeah. So it hits Evil Wizard Construct. And again, it doesn't physically respond. It's more like it just glitches out. And then you watch as like the illusion just blinks out. And you hear, ow. Then you hear this.
Did the maiden stay? Like, has
Yeah,
she
the
remained?
maiden
or
is still there going, help me, adventurers.
I'm gonna throw a coin at her to see if she's actually there.
It clinks off of her and she goes, ow.
Okay, she's real.
After about 6 more seconds, you hear, ta-da! And all the lights turn back on. The dimness in the room goes away, and all of the floors close up so that there are no longer pits in this room. You now have free access to get to Maiden Modron.
Buttercup is going to full-on bunny sprint, which I assume that like the grass and the flowers are probably pretty tall, so you just see like the tops of the grass wiggling as she sprints towards the maiden, and then tries to cut her down from the chains. And she does have a little mace in her backpack, like an actual mace, not the spray, but like
Sure.
an actual mace that she can use if needed.
Please use mace spray on the robot. Would you like to guess what the... Yep, you got it.
A little.
Is that acid damage or?
It's. I don't
It's
know what it
repellent.
is. It's spicy damage. It's just. Yeah. All right. So you're able to lower Maiden Modron from the ceiling down to the floor. She stands up and says, "Thank you for saving me," and then produces 3 things. There is a bag. There's a second bag. And then she hands out an amulet wrapped in a cloth.
What do these do?
Well, so one bag is labeled bag of coins and holds 60 gold pieces. One is labeled bag of random gems and holds 4 perfectly cubed rubies inside it. And the amulet, you don't know what the amulet is, but as you unfold the handkerchief, it has a sunflower on it and Maiden Modron in like Times New Roman font stitched into it.
And I assume that Buttercup would take it since she's the closest to it. Oh, well, Ulminar, if you want the coins and rubies for your alms, Rhys or Avery, do you have any idea what this amulet could be?
I mean, looks like something you wear around your neck, to be fair.
It could be. Usually, sometimes they do something special. I wasn't sure if either of you could tell
Oh, no,
if it could do anything.
I'm not good at those things. I just wear what I find and find what I wear.
Can Ulminar try an Arcana check?
Absolutely. I'll say you're looking for a 15 for this one.
All right, so I'm going to use my side-bolstered knack again, which is not good enough.
Okay, what'd you get?
13, even with that extra d6.
Okay. Not sure if it's magical or not.
Well, whose eyes does it match better, Rhys's or Avery's?
Oh man. It's full of little clockwork gears that are just kind of arrayed in a very angular pattern. So
Well, Avery, since you had the rock, Rhys, do you want this? A fair trade, a rock or a necklace.
Oh, exactly. I was going to say give it to Avery. To Reese, not Avery.
I like take it and awkwardly slip it into my pocket.
Where Avery stood and they felt this like pressure plate, can they jump again to see if it's still connected, working?
yes, roll a d12.
D12. Why do I keep losing that one? There.
And then we also need a d100 from you, Avery, as somebody purchased wild magic.
9 for the D12 and D100. Shit. $19 for the D100.
All right, so you said 9.
Yeah.
A cooling valve pokes out of the floor. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as cold air is blasted 10 feet vertically.
Yep. Dexterity saving throw. 19.
Okay, you're fine.
Yeah.
And then, as your wild magic, you get a bad migraine for the next 24 hours. You take 1d6 psychic damage every time you roll an intelligence-based check or an
Oh,
intelligence
Take back
saving
my
throw.
enjoy the wild magic comment.
Oh no, I enjoy it. I love that. That's so on point with me.
Okay. So, as the everything dies down, Maiden Modron says, I will be excusing myself now, and begins to make her way back to the door. And you hear a familiar voice from the creative director say, congratulations on defeating evil wizard Construct and thwarting his master plan. I will now reveal the door to the next room, and it is a teleporter that will take you home. Before the door is unlocked, and the final room is made available to you, would you all please verbally rate your experience of this whole dungeon on a scale of 1 to 4, with 1 indicating your experience was unsatisfying, and 5 indicating it was extremely satisfying.
1.
-18.
3.
Ulminar says 5, and the owl hoots 5 times.
All right, so I had 3, 5, 5, 1, and -18. Hang on just a second. I'm delighted right now.
Oh, what if you have like a negative of whatever you said to your score, and it's like, what if you have like a -18 to like everything that you roll?
Yeah. Wow.
Oh,
that'd be
no.
good.
That would be terrible.
Okay. So,
All the blesses and guidances won't help with that.
Nope. Kenny is
Okay.
smiling a lot right now, and that's scaring me.
Such a good.
The
The
DM
responses
scare
registered.
smiles.
3, 5, 5, 1, 238. Thank you for your feedback. Then the
Well,
door opens to the next room.
his statistics are not going to be very accurate.
As this comes past me, I'm going to pull them close and put them on the pressure plate. I have been waiting for you to move your token this whole time.
Roll a d12 as you keep triggering the same pressure plate intentionally.
9. No, 8, sorry.
8.
Yeah.
The cooling valve seems to have a mechanical malfunction, and a piece of shrapnel flies off of it. I need a dex save from whoever this was triggered for. Forget.
This.
Riss? Okay.
That is a big whopping nope of 6.
Ooh. You take. Where is it? 8 piercing damage as shrapnel tears into you.
I'm not healing that.
All right. In the next room, you see yet another generic metal-plated chamber with a large circular plate that sits 1 foot off the ground in the center. Atop the plate are complex engravings and symbols that look like they play some part in a magical ritual. The creative director's voice rings out, "Thank you for your participation in this experiment. Once you are all standing on the teleportation circle, it will activate and teleport you back to your original journey."
What happens if we
so-
don't stand on it? Just wait around for the next set of adventurers.
Do you all stand on the portal?
But before we stand on the portal, Ulminar is going to take like half of everything that he has. We can divvy this up later, and give it to Buttercup and say, "For Thumper's Warren."
Aww.
Oh, thank you. If you're sure.
They're the religious folks. She's a cleric. They got like a church to maintain there, right?
True, but I have a bad habit of spending it on carrots. And apparently rocks.
Carrot addiction. That's one I haven't heard before.
Those carrots are cheap. The rock was 200 gold.
That is true. I will give you my 60 gold that I got earlier.
No, you're fine. I'm just being silly.
Maybe won't use it.
I'm imagining Avery at some point like attaching a rope to the rock and like making it a pet rock, just
Hell
dragging
yeah.
it along.
Of course.
Okay. I believe we agreed that this was going to be our second break time of the evening. So,
Yeah.
before we play out this last room, let's go ahead and cut for another. You think 5 minutes is enough, or you need longer?
No,
minutes
5
is
should be good.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, y'all. We'll see you in 5 minutes for what is definitely the end of the dungeon.
5 minutes. That's 1 minute to meditate on each acronym of peace.
Oh, he's got the chopstick.
This says go. Okay. Hi. Welcome back, everybody. This was such a great transition. Totally better than the last one that we did. Welcome back, everybody. I just want to take a second and say thank you so much for all the donations so far. It's been awesome, and I've really enjoyed how they've affected the game. So now that you have completed the adventure, all that's left to do is step onto the ritual circle and be transported safely back where you came from. What would you
I'm
like
gonna
to
say,
do?
as we've all come into the room, Riss kind of runs back around and shoves Avery onto the portal.
I had a
Okay.
feeling.
Do you allow this?
Yeah, definitely.
You are on the portal.
Does he vanish, or is it like we all have to be on it?
It looks like you all have to be on it.
Oh, well, that took away half the,
Oh boy.
Oh, I'm sorry
Uh-huh.
to ruin your fun.
As I assume we all walk forward, I am going to cast Aid, and let's see here. 3 creatures. Oh wait, 3? Oh, I can't count. That's easy. So 3 creatures. So you 3, get your HP maximum and current hit points increased by 5.
Nice.
And we'll say that Buttercup does this just by kind of walking up to each one of you and just kind of defeatedly putting band-aids on Reese and Avery. And then Ulminar, she's much happier just to aid him.
Just a pat on the back.
I swipe one of the carrots out of Buttercup's bag and hand it to her as a thank you.
Oh, well, thank you. That is very kind of you. Oh, that's really actually very good for practicing acting nice.
Riss face palms at this.
And Avery will just push your hand a little bit harder as you do that. So, we are just waiting on the bunny to join us.
Oh, sorry. I forgot about this. Hop. There we go.
Okay, sorry, I was muted. All right. Hello. I'm back. I was having a whole conversation with a 1-year-old. Yeah. You all step on the portal. The sigils flare to life. You feel a sense of vertigo as you are traveling, then a sense of motion. Then, after a moment, you all find yourself teleported into a familiar room. In the northeast corner of the room, you see a Modron wearing a straw hat sitting in a steel chair. And in the southeast corner of the room, you see Modron wearing a colorful hat. On a table, spread out in front of him, are 5 items. Looks to be a rotten pear, a vial of red liquid. You find yourself back in the first room.
Getting a huge sense of deja vu right now.
Can I check to see if this is the exact same room?
Sure, what would you like to check?
Just like, are all the details the same? Basically, does it seem like it's literally the exact same room, or if it's a copy room, if you will, that's made to be a
Roll
duplicate?
an investigation, please. Or insight, if you would like.
Can I help with
Yes.
that? Like, do the helping?
You can help or
Action.
do your own thing, whatever you
No,
want to do.
I'll just help.
Okay.
While they're doing this, I'm gonna walk up and you said Farmer Modron is in this room again?
Yes.
I'm gonna walk up and flick Farmer Modron, see if he's real.
Ow.
So either insight or investigation, because I have the same modifier, be a 24.
Okay. As you're looking around, you notice that Farmer Modron has little singe marks on his side, and that the lump and the vial of red liquid look different, but the rest of the items on the table look exactly the same.
Like the room was reset.
Starting to think we got a bit tough with the lump.
So Ulminar's just going to look at the farmer and say, "Does your daughter need rescuing from an evil wizard?"
Help me, my daughter, Maiden Modron, has been kidnapped by a villain known as Evil Wizard Construct. Please save her.
Can I pick up Farmer Modron?
You absolutely can. He remains completely stiff and motionless. He just is now being carried.
As you do this, I'm just going to be like, is this the same daughter? Or is this another daughter?
I'm gonna walk forward and kick down the door with Farmer Modron under my arm.
Roll a strength check.
That is a 25.
Okay. The door seems to break easier this time, like it's been broken this exact same way before.
Ulminar's going to walk over to the bartering table, pull out the red vial that he bought the first time, and say, "I will trade you this red vial for that red vial."
Equivalent barter detected. Deal complete.
Just swap them out.
It's the same. As you all approach the door, congratulations, you have succeeded in the exploration tests and are therefore eligible to participate in the experiment's remaining rooms. Please rate your experience so far on a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 signifying fight.
Oh no.
I think we broke it.
Answer, I'm just gonna walk through the now broken door.
Okay.
Still
You-
towing Farmer Modron.
I think maybe you broke him.
So, you go through this room. There are 2 vials and the same puzzle.
Has the puzzle changed in any way?
No, it is the exact same.
Reese, if you want, you can just keep breaking the doors. It's honestly a little bit quicker that way.
I'm just gonna ignore the puzzle and go break the door.
You
Yeah.
have my blessing, and I will actually wait. Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll cast bless.
Okay. Roll a strength check. As you approach the door, you get 2 sound clips overlapping. The explanation of the room and the please rate your experience soundbite are playing at the same time, right? So you're getting
So I got a
please
nat
rate your...
20 for a 26.
The door is off the hinges. It just falls in.
I'm gonna continue through to the next door and just keep
Sure.
doing that.
So can Ulminar try and grab both vials?
Yeah.
And
You grab
since I
both
cast
vials.
bless, it's up to 3 creatures. So Ulminar, you also have a D4, and so does Avery.
Sweet.
Okay.
Just so you guys
Nice.
know that as well.
I'll wait
Thank
to
you.
kick down the door till Ulminar has grabbed his vials.
Sure.
That's funny.
You are still carrying Farmer Modron with you, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's staying with me this whole time.
So, next door, you see the illusory Modrons in the cells in this room. Same explanation of the room. The voice is seeming more garbled, but the explanation carries on without a hitch.
Another strength roll, I'm guessing. Yep. Okay. 23. For
Yep,
that one.
it's easily. Door's gone.
Anyone doing anything in that room before I kick the next door?
Nope.
Should we
You
wait to see what
the
happens
treasure
to Ulminar?
piles.
I thought Ulminar had grabbed them because I was waiting for that door.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I grabbed
Okay.
him.
There we go. Okay.
So in this room, same explanation. You see both treasure piles inside each wall of force.
I'm starting to think that evil comment had nothing to do with the stuff that was behind the cells.
So Ulminar, in frustration, is going to throw both of those mini fireballs from a safe distance from everyone out of the room into the cells and just be done with that room.
Okay. Which cells? The ones up top or the ones down here?
The ones down here with the treasure.
Okay. So one in each room?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Explosions in each room, treasure goes flying everywhere, coins slide under that 1-inch gap on the floor. And a panel on the wall seems to have been destroyed.
I'm going to take a look at that panel.
So, looking out, all you see from this distance is stars. And you hear a sucking noise. And underneath the wall of force, it feels like there's a vacuum, pulling things under it.
Alrighty then. We should keep moving.
I kick down the next door.
Okay. Roll a strength check.
That is a 19.
The door remains intact.
I will kick it again.
D4,
Okay.
just as a reminder.
You continue kicking until you get above a 20.
It's a 21.
Okay.
before
The
I
door
roll.
falls in. At this point, you notice you are carrying Farmer Modron. Hanging upside down in this room is another Farmer Modron,
Oh
And-
boy.
Bandit Modron. And Farmer Modron swinging back and forth, and Bandit goes, zzz, ow. Zzz, ow.
I'm going to walk over to Bandit Modron with Farmer Modron under my head or my hand. I'm going to snatch the stick from the bandit, if that's okay, and
Yep.
bash the bandit over the head with it.
Sure. For the sake of expediency, Bandit Modron has not been fully repaired, and he crumples to the ground. You notice he did pull on the same lever, but as you look up, the hole in the ceiling is still open, and there is no cube left up there.
I'm going to look at Buttercup. Do you have any issues with me throwing this thing in the pit?
Oh, I think so. I'm still not sure if they're real or not. So it's probably best to play it safe and not kill them. They're not the ones that we're angry at.
I'll just walk away from it to the next door then, still with the other Farmer Modron under my arm.
Yep, so there's now 2 Farmer Modrons in this room. One of them is saying, "Please save my daughter. The evil wizard construct has captured her." And the one swinging upside down says, "Help, adventurers. Maiden Modron is in the next room."
You guys want to do anything?
I'm gonna get the other one down too.
Sure.
Can't bring
You
that
guys
one
go
as well.
through a very similar process of retrieving the other Farmer Modron. Yeah, you have both Farmer Modrons now.
Right. Next room. Let's see where we're going.
Strength roll?
I'll say you get it after enough tries. You just
Yeah.
bash the door off the hinges. Same deal. The floor is open all around. There is no evil wizard construct, but you still hear evil wizard construct's monologue.
Is there another Maiden Modron?
There is. Maiden Modron is suspended upside down, swinging, but then as soon as the monologue finishes, all the holes in the floor close up, and Maiden Modron immediately goes, "Thank you for saving me, adventurers."
Someone want to grab her, please? I have an
Yeah.
idea.
On it. Grab her. Avery will just pick her up and follow this, I guess.
Okay, so we have a collection of Modrons
Yes.
at this point. Okay. Yeah, Maiden Modron, Farmer Modron.
Should we bring Bandit Modron too?
I
We
don't
could,
think he
and we could
survived
put them
much.
on the little pressure pad, and then they could get portaled into the next room.
Right. I'll go grab Bandit and
Let's
I'll
actually
chase-
take them all with us. I have
Yeah,
something I
I'll-
want to
I was
try in
gonna
case we
throw
go
them
back
all
to
in
the
the
first
portal
room.
and see what happens.
Yeah, so
I'll
you
place
collect
Maiden
all of
right
the
there.
Modrons.
Yep, we have all the Modrons.
Okay.
All right.
Kick
So
the door
I'm gonna
down.
Throw
It-
the one that I was holding onto the portal.
Actually, you don't kick the door down. It opens on its own.
Okay.
All of the input from the creative director is now just glitching out like crazy, right? Like you're just now getting the introduction to the adventure as you're entering this room.
So I say we take all the Modrons and step on the portal with them.
Right.
Yeah.
Put all the Modrons on the portal. You're stepping on the portal with them.
Yes.
We're holding on to them, I think, and stepping on.
Okay.
Yeah.
In unison, all of you are transported back to the first room. However, all the rooms are empty. And as you make your way through, all the doors are knocked down. There's no more vials. There's still a hole in the wall where the treasure is being sucked out in the air. And you're able to make your way back to this room, running all the way through the gauntlet again.
While we're in that room with air being sucked out,
Yeah.
that trick you used, Buttercup, for fixing the other door, you think maybe you could apply that to the hole that's sucking all the air out?
Oh, I can try. I'll go ahead and cast Mending.
It is behind a wall of force.
The panel that fell down, like, is it in the room or did it get sucked out?
Just a hole in it. It's still there.
I feel like this is going to become a problem.
Yeah. No, it's going to be a problem, definitely. But
I'm pretty sure Mole Earth isn't going to help us here.
Somebody roll me an intelligence check.
no. 19 minus 1, 18, and 1d6 of damage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
You
Which is-
take 6 points of psychic damage. Your head just really hurts. But you remember that in this particular room, you had to pull a lever to destroy one of the piles of treasure, and then both the wall of forces disappeared.
Yeah, so I will pull the lever nearest to the one where the hole is.
So, floor opens up, crunching, things are grinded up by gears. The floor closes, both walls of force disappear. Without that barrier, oxygen is now getting sucked out much quicker through that hole because there's no longer a 1-inch give underneath the barrier. It's just open. But you
Yeah,
have access
you
to the
wanna mend?
wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna mend as quick as I can.
Okay. And as you do so, the panel is repaired and oxygen is no longer being sucked out of wherever this is.
Do we want to do anything else in here now that that's fixed?
I kind of want to just.
I'm going to walk
throw
back
all
to the other room
Modrons
and
in
pull the
pot.
lever in there, too.
Okay. You watch as the illusory Modrons fall into the pit and nothing happens because they're illusions.
Do we still have the real Modrons with us?
Yes, you're still dragging them around with you.
I'm sorry. Buttercup is not going to like this as I throw whichever one I'm carrying into that hole.
This hole here, because that's where I was gonna throw mine.
No, into the one that we just opened with a lever that is just grinding everything down.
Oh, well, it closes before the field goes down.
I'm not
The
doing
idea
that
is to
then.
keep you from falling in. Now,
So
the same problem is in this hole right here. It's a long pit that you can't see down, but you hear the whirring of gears and machinery in it.
I'm
Right.
I
gonna
have an
throw my
idea.
farmer Modron down that
Yeah,
one.
that hole it
No,
is.
I have
then.
an idea. Can I send my owl Commodore Hoots down to investigate down there and do that thing where you can see through your familiar senses just to see
Yes.
if that's actually what's going on down there?
So your owl flies down the pit, and there are massive gears, kind of like a shredder, down there, folding in on itself.
Dang it.
What do you do?
He doesn't see anything else down there, I'm assuming.
Nope.
Have him fly back up.
I still have one of those fireball beads. Throw it into the gears and see
Yeah.
what happens.
The last time we threw a fireball bead in here, it didn't work out so well.
That's
mean,
true.
Yeah, that is true too.
So, I mean, are you doing that?
I think we're running out of options. We might as well try everything.
We could try the Modrons first.
Yeah,
See what happens when we throw them down.
start throwing Modrons down. Also a good
Sure.
plan.
So, Ulminar, through
Uh-oh.
the eyes of your owl, you watch as the Modrons fly directly through the grinding gears,
Interesting.
not damaged in any way.
So they just went directly through them.
Directly through them.
Right. Are we going down?
Does anybody have some rope?
Before
Hey,
we
can I-
do that, I want to throw a coin down and make sure that the coin also passes through.
It does.
I've actually got quite a bit of rope, so
Yeah. Look at it.
I'm getting flashes of Boondock Saints here with the rope, but that's fine.
I mean,
yeah,
we
I
can see
have
what's on the other side
two-
before we go down and just send your familiar further in.
There are
and send the familiar through. I mean, I can always
Resummon.
cast find familiar again. It just costs me gold.
So the familiar flies through, and down at the bottom, you see a massive warehouse with rows and rows and rows of inactive farmer Modrons, bandit Modrons, maiden Modrons. You don't see any evil wizard constructs. You see shelves full of bags that all say bag of coins. And at the far end, looks like it's in the southeast corner, you see a ladder leading up. And you would know, based on your understanding of the terrain of this perfectly symmetrical dungeon, that it leads to a room you haven't been to yet.
All right. I'm going to tell everybody this. And Riss, you got lots of rope?
I have 100 feet of rope.
Will 100 feet get us down there?
Yeah.
Okay. Who wants to go rappelling?
I think it's actually
I'm-
exactly 90 feet down. Yeah.
I'm
So-
happy to.
So, you all go climb down. The Modrons that you threw into the pit are just scattered all over the place because it's a long drop. Yeah. You have the entire warehouse at your disposal. It looks like this is the underworks of the dungeon. The only entrance or exit looks to be the ladder that you can see anyway.
Right. Loot up first or straight up the ladder?
Straight up the ladder at this point. I'm going to probably send the familiar up to scout just to see what's up there.
So the familiar does run into a metal plate that has a latch on it, like you can pull the latch and the metal plate swings upwards.
I imagine that's probably going to be difficult for an owl to manipulate there.
I mean, I'm not trying to tell you what to do.
Yeah. So who wants to climb the ladder?
I mean, I could use my hidden step, go invisible and climb up. That way, if there's anything up there, we might get the surprise on it.
Sounds good to me.
Right, I'll do that.
Okay. So as you open the hatch into the new room, Roll20 is giving me grief about revealing the new room. Here we go. All right. So you come up right in here, looking into this room with a large, tin-armed, tin-eyed thing standing on a platform surrounded by a pit that leads back down into grinding gears, surrounded by a walkway around the edge of the room. It has not noticed you yet.
I will sort of climb back down a little and just tell them what I see.
Okay. A quick note to everybody, we have 2 advantages floating around.
Nice. And then I will go back up and into the room.
Okay. So, are you all climbing up into this room?
I will try and stealth up the ladder after him.
Okay.
I will be attempting that as well.
In the warehouse, are there any of those? What were they? The bandit Modrons?
Yes.
The one that was attacky.
Yeah.
Okay, and are they all like are they in sleep mode right now?
Yeah, everything is inactive down here.
What if we sent his own army after them?
I mean, if they become active, I think they're just going to go for us.
I
Well,
will
that's
say
why
above
there's a
game.
latch.
Above game, that is absolutely what would happen. Please don't turn on the army of bandit Modrons.
Well, he like stuffed
I
it
mean,
above and lashed
That is
it. And held
one
it closed.
TPK way to get out of the game, and it would be a mess, but a fun mess.
All right, let's go kick this guy's butt. I'm so over this place.
Buttercup, you're
I'm
turning
gonna-
to violence.
If you can't follow the rules of peace, then peace turns against you.
I love that.
I'm gonna try and move up the ladder stealthily as well.
Okay. So everybody moving stealthily, please roll stealth.
15.
Oh, that's in that one.
Okay.
17.
You are pretty sure you're even aware that you're not stealthy.
I got a 23. No,
I got
yeah,
a
23.
21.
So 23, 21, 17, and 1. So you're all doing great, right? This thing has not noticed you. Then the nat 1 happens, and the latch, as you're climbing up off the ladder, you nudge it, and it slams shut. Clang! Real loud. And it whips around and looks at all of you. Looking about, you see another copper gold plated room. However, on these floor plates, there is a tarnished black mold that slowly creeps outward from all corners. In the center, there's a massive bottomless black pit that holds a single metal island. Underneath this creature's body is a hoard of armor, weapon, trinkets, gold, and trophies that look like it's from just so many different adventurers. Yeah. Easily, it's piles of equipment from people that were here before. You realize you're number 37. In the middle of its sphere body is a massive pair of rubber lips that form a mouth, and they begin to move as you step up. So you have decided to go looking where you should not. Although, I secretly hoped you would. Many of the others perish immediately in the tests or the gears. But some do make it here. Those are my favorites. I keep their things here. Ha, 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 ha. If there is one thing that 37 experiments have taught me, it's that you adventurers die so easily. Now I need you all to roll initiative.
Yeah.
And
So as we're rolling initiative,
Sensei, go ahead and change the music, please.
as we're rolling
24.
initiative, Ulminar is going to say, "We wouldn't have had to come here if your dungeon wasn't broken
Ooh.
and your teleport pad wasn't broken."
All right, so Ulminar said that. Roll persuasion.
Okay, so real quick, okay, so that is going to be, so my initiative roll real quick is going to be a 16.
Okay. Okay, who got the? All right, just down the line. Reese.
Sorry, alarm was going off for laundry.
Okay.
You got
Oh, sorry. Thought you had heard. That was a 24.
24. Avery, what's your initiative?
15.
Okay. Buttercup, what's your initiative?
17.
Okay. All right. All right. So what was your roll on the persuasion?
A 25.
A 25. All right. The creative director says, my dungeon isn't broken. It is perfect, 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 as it just starts to glitch out. Attacks on it have advantage for this round. Reese, you are up.
All right.
However, before you start at the top of the round, the creative director starts to bend reality using its lair action to expand the room into countless mirrors of itself.
Jeez.
So you have several catwalks all throughout. You all were lined up over here. The room stretches out even further with metal plates hovering above pits with gears in them and metal walkways in between all of them. You're up.
How high above this platform is this guy?
10 feet.
10 feet. Okay.
It's worth noting that on each platform there is a mountain of looted equipment.
Right.
It is difficult terrain and might not be stable.
So I am going to move over here so that I am within 15 feet of it, but away from the party. And I'm going to cast Thunder Wave.
Okay.
He
Awesome.
needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yes, he does. It is 14 plus 2 is 16.
Okay, so it does make it, so it'll take
Okay.
half as much damage and is not pushed, but
Okay.
and that's 2d8 thunder damage. So that is 6 half, so 3 thunder damage.
Okay. So that's your turn.
That is my turn, yes.
Okay. Next up, Buttercup.
Alrighty, I'm so excited for this. Buttercup is going to use her jumping ability to jump over, kick him in the face, and then use the rest of her movement to come back. So it's not an opportunity of attack because of the jumping thing. And then when I kick him, I want to cast Inflict Wounds at the 2nd level.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
All right. So that's an attack roll.
And that's a 19 to hit.
Yeah, definitely hits.
Oh, this is so many dice I get to roll.
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah. Math. 25 points of damage.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, you watch just as plates on this creature's body just wither and rust and start to fall apart. That was a hell of a hit.
It was
Do me a
like the
favor,
only thing I can do.
roll an acrobatics check for me, just because. No reason.
Oh, what are you gonna do to me? Alrighty. That is a 13.
Okay. You land as you intended.
Thank goodness. Alright, that is all Buttercup has. That is as mean as she gets.
Okay. Next up, we have Ulminar.
All right, you said we have advantage on our attack rolls this round, right?
Yes.
All right. So, purple psychic blade appears in his hand. And we have a natural 20.
Oh,
All the
oh,
D6s.
Oh,
Yeah. Fish out some more D6s here. The crit fishing has to pay off eventually at some point, right?
right, of course.
$29 points of psychic damage.
29 points of psychic damage. Okay. This thing is on its last leg already.
And bonus action, another psychic blade.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's not nearly as good of a roll.
No.
No, that's a 14.
That misses.
I got one good shot in there.
Yeah, no, you got your sneak attack crit on the boss.
And that will end my turn.
Okay. And Avery, you're up.
So
Can you finish it off
bonus-
before it gets a turn?
Can we
bonus
one round the
action
BBG?
rage, which is a 3 on the magic table. As I rage, a thump is going to appear next to the creature.
Oh, nice.
And
I
it
love Wild
needs to
Magic
make
Barbarian. I love it so much.
a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. With a 3 on the dice, it fails.
So it will take 1d6 of damage as this flump appears and just
Explodes.
Yep, 6 points of damage.
6.
Yep, and just as they do that, Avery is going to go for a throw attack, which is
Okay.
We have advantage, right?
Yes, you do.
Oh, thank God, because that's a natural 20 on the second roll.
Do it.
That is going to be the d6. 4, 8, 16 points of damage.
Yeah. That does it. This thing is gone. In rapid fashion, all of you dogpile the creative director and tear it limb from limb. And as you destroy it, and it falls apart, a pulsing stone falls into the pile of equipment as the room returns to its original size. And all of the creative director's cool abilities, you don't get to see them.
Oh, that's so bad.
He's dead.
Oops.
It's fine.
As a bonus
He
action, can I
definitely
let-
wasn't going to make all these other creative directors that were all just illusions.
So I can't feed it a healing potion.
Nope. It's done. You've ruined it. No.
No death
Well done.
saves for the BBG?
No. But yeah, well done. You guys killed it before it even got a chance to go. It's just shrapnel now. Um,
Does anyone else feel bad about that?
No, because I have no spell slots. I have like nothing left. That was like the only like one hit wonder that I have. I'm so glad it hit well.
I don't know what to say to that.
because we are getting close to when we need to wrap up, I will say that as you get to the center and start digging through all of the stuff, the stone that dropped out of the creative director is a sending stone. And when it's used, well, what would you like to say into it? Who would like to use it?
It should be
If no
Buttercup.
one else grabs it, I think Riss will grab it, and like she's just livid by this point and is just like, whoever the hell you are, get us out of here or we're gonna keep breaking more of your shit.
So, crackling through the sending stone, you hear another mechanical voice, but this one seems bigger. It goes, I am Primus. Where is the creative director? I have not heard from him in 322 years.
Broken underneath us right now. In pieces.
Project status updated. Adventure experiment completed. Returning all participants to their home plane. Congratulations. And cuts out. And a large portal opens up that you are free to go through back to the material plane. Whenever or however you would like to.
Before he goes through, Ulminar is just going to check this pile of stuff to see if there's anything of like religious significance in it.
There are so many holy symbols in this pile.
He's going to start grabbing as many as he can with the goal of returning them, back to, their faith, if you will.
You do find 2 portable holes and a couple bags of holding as well. So, not for nothing, you can just start like piling stuff into your storage and taking it with you.
Are there any magical great weapons in the pile?
Oh yes.
Is there a way to get back to the room from before? The storage
The room has, I haven't changed the maps yet, but the room has returned to its normal size and you are back in here. I got you.
Right, if I can get a bag of holding, I am taking Modrons back with me.
Sure.
Oh no.
There is going
I
to be
think
a
exactly
fight ring.
1 Modron will fit in a bag of holding. Is that right? Maybe? I don't know.
I mean,
We're
one's
not
good
in
enough.
the space, but yeah. So yeah. You gather up everything that you want. And when you step through this portal, you are returned to the material plane. You have no idea where you are. You're literally in the middle of nowhere. No clue where you are on the material plane. But that's an adventure for another day. Thank you all so much for playing. I hope this was
Thank
as
you,
fun
Penny.
for
That was
you.
awesome.
That was
That's great.
amazing. Thank you so much.
So, to everybody that donated and participated in the stream, thanks so much for being here. Thanks for watching. I think next up we have... I have no idea what this is. I'm not going to spoil anything. Stick around. We have more to come. And please tune in again tomorrow. We have another full day of raising funds for Black Girls Code. Let's go around the table real quick. Just everybody talk about who you are, where to find you, what you're doing right now. Tabi.
All right. I'm Tabi, Crits and Crochet on Twitter. I basically post stupid things and do some crochet stuff and play a lot of TTRPGs.
All right. Dork.
I am Dork. I am Discarded Dork on Twitter, and I am just there to have a good time and spread joy.
All right. Maps.
Hi, Mapping Map Face, Maps and Quest. You can find me at @in_quest on Twitter. I make really big encounter maps, and I also make rules like games that don't need maps because I don't have a coherent business model.
And Hope.
Hey everyone, I'm Hope from Hope for TTRPGs. You can find me basically anywhere under that tag. Join us on especially Twitter and our Discord, where I do a lot of lifting up of different TTRPG projects. Again, definitely join our Discord community, as that is a great place to get advice, share advice, and just build up a fun community. So definitely check us out there. Check out all the links where there's a bunch of discount codes for amazing things. If you like the shirts that Maps and I are wearing, they're from Dungeon Glitch. They're fantastic. I know I have a code HOPE15 for 15% off. I'm not sure if Mappy does, maybe.
I don't know. I actually never
Okay.
set that up.
That's all good. But if you liked our fun shirts, cozy days ahead, thought it was perfect for today. Check out Dungeon Glitch and check out Adventure Dice. Use code HOPE10 for 10% off there. Again, love to do things that help lift up other creators, just like Dungeon Glitch and Adventure Dice. So I hope to see you all around, and let me know if I can help you out in any way.
Awesome. And I am Kenny. I am the DM for Bard Rock Cafe's main show. It's a podcast most of the time, and then occasionally we like to stream some things. So give us a listen if you have a long drive and nothing better to do. And thank you all so much again for being here. And stick around and keep watching because we have more to come. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.